Hi, I'm Dan Wood, VP of North American Operations at Potter's Poultry. I'm here in Wisconsin to introduce you to the Potter's new open aviary system. I'm going to talk to you in depth about our system from a farmer's management situation, how easy it is to manage, how it's all safe and secure from the ground to reach everything you need to reach. And more importantly, I'm going to talk to you in depth about the bird welfare perspective of our system and how we truly believe it's the best in both worlds and the easiest to manage from a farmer's perspective and the highest welfare system on the market today. So, why have these systems been developed and why are we seeing them cropping up now in the US marketplace? We've been using these systems for a long time in the UK and across Europe, very successfully. And they've been developed with welfare in mind specifically for the bird. We got to remember that the chicken originates from jungle fowl, and it spent its days running around on the floor in the jungle, and then at night would travel up into the trees to be safe from predators. We come thousands of years forward to where we are now. The genetics have improved. We've now developed a genetically perfect bird for egg production, but she still has that instinctive nature to want to go up at night to roost and get away from predators. What we've created is a system that mimics a tree with the open aviary from Potter's. It's a very open system where the bird can move from level to level within the system like it would within a tree and perform that natural behavior that still is instinctively ingrained in the chicken's brain. So, what we believe is absolutely vital from a farm manager welfare perspective and from a bird welfare perspective is the height of our system. You can see I'm 5'10", I'm not the biggest, tallest guy in the world, and I can very easily see across the whole system. The system is built incredibly strong, so if you want to check the feed chain up here on the system, or if you've got a dead bird, you can easily see from the ground. You can climb all over it. It's really strong. Up we go. We can check the feed chain up here. We can pull out a dead bird if we have to, and we can climb back down again, no problem at all. If we're looking from a bird's welfare perspective, and one of the things that is always brought up currently is keelbone fractures. Our system is designed to be low, and the distances that the bird has to travel from our system to our nest or from our system to the ground is minimal. By making that as small as possible, it limits any potential danger with keelbone fracture. We've got to remember that this bird was originally a jungle fowl. She weighed about 2 pounds and she still had the same size wings. She's very good at flying up and down. You then take that bird nowadays, she's got the same size wings but she's double the weight. She's very good at flying up, but she struggles to come back down. She can't control her weight very well. Hence the crashing that can happen in some larger systems, higher systems, where the bird's got to travel that much further to reach nests or to reach the ground to get outside. Our system is specifically designed around that. We've worked very closely with the RSPCA to make sure that those critical distances are perfect within our system. As you can see, the birds make this transition look very easy and comfortable between the nests and the system. Something else that we feel is vital from a bird perspective and a management perspective is the distance from our perch to our nest and from our perch to the floor. One of the critical things and one of the problems that we all come and face in this industry is floor eggs. And this system has been specifically designed to limit that to a minimum. We are often seeing below 1% within this open aviary system across the UK and Europe. And that is based on the fact that the bird has a very short distance to travel from the floor up into the system, and there's multiple points within our system that the bird can enter and exit. That's very important for free movement of the bird through the system and ultimately to the nest where she's going to lay the egg. Critical.
By paying close attention to those critical distances within our system, we make it very easy for the bird to transition between our nest and our system, and vice versa from our system back to our nest.
Here I am sat underneath the system. You can see the nest boxes over the other side. And I wanted to point out just how easy it was for the bird to travel from the floor up onto the first level. And from that level, you can see as I pan up through the system that it really is like the inside of a tree. We have first level, second level, up to the third, and up to the fourth. And the bird can move very easily in between these levels within the system, something that's very unique to the Potter's open aviary system.
Here you can see the birds moving freely from level to level within the system. Here's our scraper system in operation. This helps to reduce the litter build-up under the system, but also helps to keep the birds moving, further reducing any floor egg risks under the system.
Okay, I want to stand here and give you a little bit more detail about our open aviary system. This is the highest point. Here I am at 5'10" and still very easy for me to reach. That is the highest level that a bird is going to get to on our system. You can see very clearly that we have food and water on the top level. We have feed on every level within our system. The bird's going to wake up first thing in the morning, she's going to eat, she's going to drink, and she's going to go and lay her egg. And as we've shown, the access through our system to get to the nest box is unrivaled within the industry. That's why we call it our open aviary.
This view shows the outside aisle and the birds covering the system on all levels.
Another vital aspect of our open aviary system is the distance the bird has to travel from our system to get outside and onto the range, something that's very important when you're pasture raising eggs. Our system is designed to be low to the ground, as I mentioned before. We're now stood in the outside aisle, the scratch area where the birds will travel to access the range. And you can still see at 5'10" that I can still reach up on top of our system. Very low system, very easy to manage from the ground. But like I said, the distance between our aviary and the access point to the range, which is just here, is really not very far at all, which encourages the birds to get out. The other great thing is because our system is an open aviary and is very open for the birds to traverse between the different tiers, it just gives the bird a lot more access points to exit the shed to get out onto the range. When managing the birds to reduce floor eggs and to encourage the birds up onto the system at night, we have lights on every tier. This is a great management aid that we can use to get the birds up onto the system and ultimately keep it as bright as possible under the system to reduce floor eggs. At night, when we want the birds to go up to roost, we turn the lights off under the system first, then progressively higher up the system, and it encourages the birds to go up and roost and act like they would normally act out in the wild.